Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. And they're rolling, 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 rolling.
Every November, brave men and women across the nation band together for a noble cause. Not shaving. A movement founded on one powerful belief that laziness is the best way to contribute to charity. And now, the visionary minds behind No Shave November are proud to unleash even more initiatives the world never asked for, including No Wash November. Because why stop at facial hair when you can put a halt to basic hygiene altogether? Show your support by proudly marinating in your own musk for the month. There's also No Talk November, a bold pledge to stop speaking entirely. It means no small talk or chit-chat, no arguing with relatives about politics, just pure blissful silence. But be warned that your relationships might actually improve. Imagine that. Or, for the truly heroic, try No Social Media November, a month without scrolling, posting, or doom-stalking your ex. A complete detox for your brain. Just be prepared for twitching, sweating, and intense hallucinations of phantom notification pings. But if you're a true overachiever, you can combine all of these into No Effort November. No shaving, washing, talking, doom-scrolling, or participating in society at all. Congratulations, you're now a sloth in sweatpants. So this November, join a movement that proves you'll do literally anything except self-improvement. Join the cause now. Or don't. I mean, it's No Effort November. We honestly don't care.
Wake up! Everybody, wake up!
Wake everybody up.
We got a big day ahead of us.
We've got a big day ahead of us.
Go ahead. We're going to do things a little bit differently here today.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up, everybody!
The cock croweth. Quoth the rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, November the 12th. What happened on this date? We'll talk about it a little later. And we'll wish some birthdays. We'll talk about all kinds of fun stuff. Hope you're off to a good start, though. Good morning, Sir Gannon. Hey, we're getting a little better. 65 and sunny today. Yes, Lord. It was like 19 when I came in Monday morning. Brr. Not a fan. Not a fan. Good morning, crew. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Dennis. Dennis sent me some. I meant to pull them off. I need to pull it off. Anyway, Dennis sent me some AI modeling. I love it. I love how, too, like, it makes the one wheel a uni-wheel, but still not a unicycle. It's almost like an Escher drawing, like an impossible illusion. I love it. Breaking the 50-degree mark today. Go get them. Go get them, Tiger. That's awesome. I'm wearing my Nothing More shirt. This shirt has softened up some. When I first got it, it's like a wrestling shirt vibe. Like, it's kind of that, not the quick dry stuff, but kind of that feel. Anyway, it was really, really stiff. It's softened up a little bit, but I like this shirt. Midweek, though, we're almost halfway through November already, kids. Thanksgiving is just a couple weeks away. Boom, bap, boom, Kendrick style, right? It's National French Dip Day. I'm not opposed to a French dip. I prefer the Mexican dip, a.k.a. the birria, you know, and you dip it back and that's, ooh. But a French dip, done right, go get them. That's good stuff. It is happy hour day. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Dare. So, cheers to happy hour day. Have a happy hour every hour. You know, 7 o'clock a.m. Where's 5 p.m. right now? That's how many hours ahead of us? It might be the Eastern Bloc, maybe Russia. Celebrating happy hour right now? I don't know. It's 10 hours. 10 hours out. It'd be the east side of Germany anyway. Happy hour day. It's National Pizza with Everything Day. And that does have a parenthetical, except anchovies. National Pizza with Everything except Anchovies Day. I think that's shitty to the anchovies. If you say pizza with everything, then it's inclusive of everything. That is all in what everything means. Everything with an asterisk is just a Barry Bonds. sans anchovies. I don't know. I can't honestly say that I've ever eaten a pizza with anchovies, but I've had Kipper snacks out of the can, and they wasn't terrible. And anchovies are salty. I like salty. I don't know. Maybe I'd eat them. But anyway, celebrate with a pizza with a whole bunch of shit on it. And it's Chicken Soup for the Soul Day. I don't really have any like grand nuggets of chicken soup for the soul. I didn't break out the book and go for like the Cliff Notes. But how many of you are familiar with that series of books from, God, it's probably been close to 30 years ago when those dropped, right? Maybe even longer. Chicken Soup for the Soul. Anyway, ow. Like Italy maybe? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. If it is, then salud to my Italian friends. Celebrate for me right now. You know that I should tell them. You know when you are celebrating, it's 5:30 p.m. and you're like, gosh, it's happy hour. I wish I had something entertaining to do. Watch Darren. You'll understand exactly 18% of this conversation. Actually, their English is very, very good. They would understand much more, probably more than most of us. Just because. It's me. All right, today's TIQ is probably going to be a little bit of a legs on it. Oh, I got an extra space in it, though. I got to fix that. It's a run-on sentence, technically. Anyway, today's TIQ is brought to you by First State Community Bank, offering home loans. Call Hallie Baldwins? Holly Ballweens. Anyway, she's a mortgage loan officer. There you go. Reach out. She paid for this advertising. Damn it, she's going to get her money's worth. Holly, I could not read, but Hallie B in the house. Hallie B be housing folks. Very salty. The thing is to mix it with other toppings. Right, that's the whole shtick. So anyway, 20% of people say this is the item they use most in the kitchen. Man, my mustache is really tickling today. The most often used item in the kitchen. 20% of people say this is the one, this is it. This is what I use the most in the kitchen. Guess away. Winner gets the dice roll of the future. I should bring a 20-sided die in, really, if we're going to, have a die. And a sneak preview of this beautiful little air freshener thing that Carrie gave me, HR swag. But this has got, this is not HR swag, but wild berries, fresh rain. You put the oil on the little Necco wafer looking thing, and that sticks inside there. Then you clip it on. It smells good for about 10 minutes, and then it burns up all the oil. Microwave knives. Nope, but guess away. I think this one will have a hot minute. 20% of people say this is what they use in the fridge. Above all, by God, I better have this in my fridge, in my kitchen. I was reading your guess, fridge. Fridge is not it. Happy birthday to one of the most enthusiastic people I know, DT Liddell. DT, we saw you at the SEMO game last night, cheering on the SEMO women. DT's at the SEMO events. He is cheering. He's downtown. He's cheering. It's a good dude, good human. DT, happy birthday. And if you don't have a selfie with DT, you're not coming to enough SEMO things. That's all there is to it. And you're like, who's DT? Somebody point out and say, there's DT. You'd be like, yeah. Coffee maker, oven, and a hand mixer. Boy, I love a good hand mixer. I need to replace mine. It has speed and no pause. It has speed and it's quick. It's kind of annoying. I have a stand mixer, but it takes up so much counter space. Can opener, cutting board, spoon, measuring cups, microwave. All good guesses. Not it. Kathy Thompson Britton. Happy birthday to Kathy, proprietor of the library in downtown Cape. Hope you have a fantastic birthday. I hope somebody just handles your business today, and you just get to relax. Watch fucking Jeopardy or something. Or maybe Price is Right. Range light. That's a good guess. A little obscure, but I like obscure. Measuring cups. Microwave. Sink. Nope. Diamond Holiday. Happy birthday to Diamond. I met Diamond through a friend of mine, Jefferson Fox, in a video shoot they did for a song that I got to play trombone on. Just one of those, the road not taken. Diamond Holiday, happy birthday. Jay Knutson, my brother-in-bald and former Cape Girardeau mayor. I'm freshly shorn today just to celebrate Jay Knutson's birthday. Happy birthday, man. Dishwasher, freezer, sponge, juicer. Nope. I do love a good juicer, too. Boy, I got a good one, too. When Mom got sick with cancer, one of the things that, they recommend is get lots of fruit juice, lots of vitamins in right from that. And so bought Mom this kick-ass Brevinator 5000 fucking juicer that you could juice chickens with it. I swear to God. Anyway. But it's what I used when I made my pear cider, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. Because it's a powerful son of a gun. It'll get the juice out. Under counter lighting, no, but that is a highly underloved, under-respected thing. Good under counter lighting. It's important. The older I get, the more important lighting is to my old eyes. Air fryer, nope. Taking your guesses on TIQ, scrolly on the bottom. 20% of people say this is the item they use most often in the kitchen. Was ist los? You guess. I also, I changed the camera a little bit because this was green screening up, all the gold part, and it's just gotten annoying. So the background's a little fuzzy. I think I even got a little fucking corner showing up here. Look at that. Look at that little behind the scenes. Oh, no. Look at he peels away the magic and a station appears. Ta-da. Anyway. Point is, don't have a point. There we go. Now I fixed it. It is Jay Knutson's birthday, and it is Russ Hitt's birthday. Happy birthday to Russ. Russ and I were school chums and bandmates. And, buddy, hope you have a great day. I hope you have a fantastic day. It's Russell Westbrook's birthday today, too. He's 37. A Keurig. Soup pan. Nope. Omarion. You know, Omarion, R&B singer. He's 41 today. Anne Hathaway is 43. Eventually, she's going to turn into a hammerhead shark. Paper towels. No. Good guess. Ryan Gosling is 45 today. And just Ryan Gosling. A pause for mental image. And now we're moving on. Oven mitt. No. Tanya Harding is 55. Not pausing for the mental image. Sammy Sosa, juicer. Another one, 57 today. Happy birthday to Sammy. Ice maker, or just water. Nope. Megan Mullally is 67 today. Neil Young is 80. On this harvest moon. I like Neil Young music. Some songs, you know. You have to be in a certain mood. Like it's a summer camp, late night vibe. Neil Young. And Al Michaels, legendary play-by-play, 81 today. Al Michaels is 81. I think he's had a little bit of a health struggle here lately, too, if I remember right. It may have just been a rumor. I don't know. I just know that birthdays are done, and we're going to move on to today in history. We're going to talk today about some good sleep habits to get some good sleep. It's important, and as we get into these weird, funky time of the year, it's important to make sure your sleep stays on track. We have a tendency to want to stay up late or go to bed way early and screw up our sleep clock because of the time change bullshit and the weather's changing. Man, your joints start aching because cold weathers are coming. It's going to be quite a gale. You never use Tanya Harding in your kitchen? Well, sir, you obviously didn't have to tenderize anything. Tanya Harding missed a golden opportunity to endorse a meat tenderizer. I'm just saying. Even though Jeff Gillooly, right? He was the swinger. Utensils, no. So it's happy hour day, and it's because on this date in 1745, the very first happy hour ever occurred. It was the very first one that was a documented happy hour. Do you know? Might you know where it's happened? Of course it was in an Irish pub. Happy hour at an Irish pub. 1745, though. Pretty cool. Good morning, Troy. Happy Wednesday, dude. Hope you're having a good day. Good start to the day. It is a brisk one for sure. Draws. Using your draws? No. Garbage disposal? No. Good guess. Good guess. 20% of people say this is the item they use most often in the kitchen. 1892. Legendary William Walter Heffelfinger, a.k.a. Pudge. He became, on this date, the first paid professional U.S. football player. How much did he make? He made $25 and got a $500 bonus for a single game. Pudge Heffelfinger. Oh, Pudgy Pudge. 1892, though. $25 and a $500 bonus. That's a substantial amount of money. Dennis says wall-mounted telephone, like the yellow one with the real long cord, so you could sneak around a corner and go into the bedroom and talk to your cousin about some terrible things. Who knows? It is not a wall-mounted telephone. I don't even know if wall-mounted phones still exist. Do you still have like a landline phone with the answer machine? You know, it could be a cordless, but is it wall-mounted? Dennis, that's close, actually, but is not the correct guess. Light switch, wallpaper, oven fan, stove. Nope. 1966, the Monkees hit number 1 in America with their self-titled debut album, The Monkees. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. And people say we monkey around. I didn't see what this smelled like. It says fresh rain. Oh, shit. It's got a glass dauber. Oh, we dabbing up. Not fresh rain to me. 1983, one of my favorite songs. Lionel Richie, All Night Long. It's got such a good vibe. Everyone you meet, dancing in the street all night long. Right? No, not Intercom. Not Off Track. 1983, though, Lionel Richie, it's number 1 all night long. Little 9-year-old Darren just some badass horns in it. I wasn't even playing a horn yet, and I was enamored with that song. Who do you think played trumpet on Lionel Richie all night long? I don't know. I'm going to find out right now. Where's my browser window? We're going to find out because it's my show, and I'm going to do what I want, and I am damn curious. Who played horns on Lionel Richie all night long in 1983? The horns were arranged by James Anthony Carmichael, who also handled the horn rhythm and string arrangements. I knew that much. But the specific musicians who performed on the track are not detailed in available sources. Likely performers would be Chuck Finley, Gary Grant, Jerry Hay. They're listed as part of the horn section on the album. Well, that's a shame that that's such an infinitely dumb little mystery. By the way, that album, Can't Slow Down. 1984, Madonna releases her second studio album, Like a Virgin, and it became her first number 1 on the U.S. albums chart. That one took Madonna to number 1. Looking back up. Okay, I see it. Light switch, wallpaper, oven, fan, intercom, wall planer, or planner, calendar, iPad, phone. Gregory? With an assist from Dennis. We're going to give Dennis the assist. Here's a ring for Dennis. But yeah, it's a phone. A phone. 20% of people say this is the item they use most often in the kitchen. The phone. Their phone. And to be fair, if you're using a recipe or something and you don't have like a smart speaker or something in the kitchen, you probably will have it up on your phone. It's annoying because then your hands get messy and you got to reopen your phone to see the recipe. So just tell Amazon to pull it up on your Amazon Echo. If you don't have an Amazon Echo show in your kitchen, put one of them fuckers in there. It's handy. It really is. When you're cooking and you want music, you just say, Amazon, play Spotify, play my shit. Play School of Fish, 3 Strange Days, whatever. So that's it. Gregory Gannon, ladies and gentlemen, coming in from the 3-point line. A nice pass back out from Dennis clears him up. So congratulations. That's your TIQ. 1988, number 1 song in the land. Starts with a gunshot. Escape Club, Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Wild West. Pow! Matters in the back room, handing out Valium sheriffs on the airwaves, talking to the DJs. It's one of those songs that you just kind of get along with it. I don't know. It's not a favorite on my list. It's not I hate this song. If I listen to it as a song by itself, I don't like the song. But you know the whole song, and it's just loaded with hooks, you know, and that little guitar, that little Dickie Dale SoCo kind of vibe. You said wall-mounted phone, Dennis, which would imply analog. Ergo, we're looking for a smartphone. That's why I say you were on the right track. You were so close. But your ass was popping quarters in, calling someone who cares. Travis Tritt style. Say you were wrong. I'm going to bastardize that song. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. On this date, in 1993, the very first Ultimate Fighting Championship took place. UFC 1. It was held in Denver, Colorado on this date in 1993. Now they're up to like 337, I think. It's like soap opera years. Like 93 to now, that's 32 years. But we're up to like 300 and something UFCs. So there you go. That's a lot of UFCs. Still a phone. Still a phone. He will die on this mountain, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna give you the Barry Bonds. Give you the little asterisk up here for it. Yes, you can have a thorough ringing, Dennis. Dinner's ready. Dinner's ready. All right. First, we're going to roll Gregory's number, and then we're going to roll your number and just see. Maybe one of you gets 6, one of you gets 7. And then we got middle schoolers losing their shit. All right. Sir Gannon's number first. It's a 3 and a 1. You, sir, your lucky number for today is 4. Okay. Now, let's see what Dennis's lucky number is. Ooh. Oh, 0 gravity moments. Ooh. Lucky number 7. 5 and a 2. All right. So there you go. 4 and 7, not 6 and 7. Maybe we got halfway there. Yahtzee, bitch. 2004, Gwen Stefani releases her first solo album called Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. No, just kidding. It's called Love Angel Music, Baby. She'd been with the band, no doubt, since 1986, which makes me feel very old. She was 12 when they started. Anyway, her first solo album, number 1 hit, Holla Back Girl, right? This shit's bananas. But Holla Back Girl, I loved it. I'm not going to lie. Marching band, instrumental action, it's like that OK Go song. Fucking come on. You throw a marching band in the mix on a jam, I'm in. It's like that Jordan, what's his name from the NSYNC boys or whatever, New Kids on the Block. But did you know that I'm giving to you? Da da da. Boom ding ding. Boom ding ding. Jordan Knight. He's got a song with some marching band instruments in it. Usher had that shit. Beyonce had that shit. Put a marching band in it. And put a black march. You put that black college marching band in a song, it's going to be a hit. It's going to be on my hit parade list. Let's go. Gregory Gannon. Hats off to you, sir. Enjoy your warmer day today, and be safe. while you work, all right? And we remember comic book legend Stan Lee, who passed away on this date in 2018. Excelsior. Let's get Stone in here. Stone, not stoned. We don't do that on Facebook Live. Stone Richards, Weather Lord, yada yada, November Blues, what's up? Stone says, not a bad day today. I think the biggest thing that makes me happy, well, not me specifically, but makes me happier, is that the winds are going to be calmer today. High like 65, but not as freaking windy. It's just been whoosh. It's been very whoosh lately, right? Gusty, to say the least, especially in the afternoons. So today, high of 65, sunny skies ahead, ahoy. Low of 38 tonight, mostly clear skies. Brr. You get up in the morning, going to be about the same tomorrow, a few more clouds, high of 63. Thursday night, low of 49, partly cloudy skies. Friday, and as we step towards the weekend, things are shaping up a little warmer. You're high on Friday with mostly sunny skies, 73. High on Saturday, 75 with sunny skies. A little breezier Saturday afternoon, though, but then when it's 75 and it's breezy, that's okay. The wind's at my back. Don't smoke crack. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 51, staying breezy, and then we'll step towards Sunday. Winds calming down with sunshine and a high of 65. We'll kick off the work week with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, mostly sunny Monday with a high of 63. So as we roll through, we're looking at the forecast. Not too bad as far as the temperatures go. It's about average. About mid-60s is about average for what we have. Maybe even a little above average at this point in November. It's just crazy how fast this month is cruising by, though. Really. Just, yeah, Joey, fat one. Yeah, because he's the fat kid in the boy band. There's always one. Stone, you're my fat kid. We make pudgy jokes. We used to sit in the locker room and compare roles, and I used to win all the time. Thanks, Stone. You be good. Bye. Brekkie Bits. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen and have some protein and bacon. Yeah. Oscar-nominated actress Sally Kirkland has passed away shortly after entering hospice in Palm Springs. She was 84. You may remember her most famous role, I guess, was in the movie Anna. She was also in JFK. She was in Bruce Almighty, a bunch of other stuff. Sally Kirkland. And Jimmy Kimmel's lifelong friend and leader of his house band, Cleto Escobedo, has passed away. Leader of Cleto and the Claytones. It's a shame. According to Billboard, now this is disturbing. I think I mentioned, we may have talked briefly about AI writing songs. And not just writing like lyrically, like literally writing, recording, performing, the whole thing completely done by artificial intelligence. Every instrumentation, every note written, done by AI. Well, according to Billboard's Country Digital Song Sales chart, Country Digital Song Sales, the number one song in the U.S. is Walk My Walk by the band Breaking Rust, which is not a band, which is AI. It is a completely AI-generated song, and it's the number one song on the Country Digital Song Sales chart, which means things have finally come full circle for labels and management, whereas the artist receives zero. There is no artist. I guess they're going to pay for more server time. That's shitty to me. Does she own Costco? I don't think so. Here's my thing, though, about the AI song sales stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Using AI, it's a tool, right? Like anything else, like a better electric guitar or a different kind of pedal to change your music. But intrinsically, music is a creative element that humans create for other humans' enjoyment. It's been that way. It's how we've told stories. It's been our history. It's been music. And to take the humanity completely out of that, other than someone taking a finished product and plugging it into the algorithm so that the internet can sell it, that sucks. It sucks. And the fact that this is a #1 on Country Digital Song Sales Chart means that, and I'm not pooping on country music, but it's easier to write a hit country song. It's easier to write a hit country song versus, a complex piece of music. So that's where we're at. I've not listened to the song. I refuse to go stream it. I don't want to hear it. I don't listen to country radio. No offense, Whitney. Love you. But I don't listen to country radio, so I'm not going to hear this song. Hopefully. Anybody heard it? Anybody familiar with it at all? Yeah. Hey, if you work at Target, there's a new policy for their employees. It's called a 10-4 policy. Does that mean that they're off-road trucking and they're out there going, "What's your 20? I'm outside Target. 10-4, good buddy." No. The 10-4 policy is as this. It requires employees who are within 10 feet of customers to smile, make eye contact, wave, and use friendly, approachable, and welcoming body language. In other words, don't be an emo Target employee. Be positive to the customers. That's common sense. Really, the fact they had to make this a rule says a lot about what our social engineering has given us. 10 feet. Smile, make eye contact, wave, use friendly, approachable, and welcoming body language. If staff members are within 4 feet of customers, they must personally greet the guests, smile, and initiate a warm, helpful interaction. This is something Walmart could use too, because honestly, I hardly ever see anybody that works at Walmart that's not just shopping for somebody that ordered their shit online. But, and honestly, it's like fighting other shoppers. It's not a, "Hey, how are you? How's your day?" Let's get some old school shit like that. Target's implementing something that, in 1967, when you walked into the corner shop down here on Broadway, you got that treatment. Or maybe the guy was a dick to you, but at least he interacted with you. When you walked in the door, "Afternoon, fuck you want? We're out of salami." Whatever it might have been, at least there was some verbal interaction there. Be friendlier. If you work in retail, just do it. I do like Copilot, Dennis. I'm a fan of Copilot. I've actually got Copilot running on this computer since yesterday. I had it working on something for Rusty that I was trying to accomplish using AI, a couple different methods. Did not work. But all that aside, I do enjoy Copilot's ability to do summaries and permutations of various things when I needs it. Krispy Kreme donuts. By the way, tomorrow is World Kindness Day. Obviously not a show on Thursday, so we'll celebrate that a day early and hopefully every day. But World Kindness Day is tomorrow. Dude was such a jerk, but he had such a cute smile. Krispy Kreme is going to help you celebrate World Kindness Day tomorrow. If you go and you use the code BOGOFREE on the app, on the Krispy Kreme app, you'll get a free dozen donuts when you buy a dozen donuts. And that one, so when you got one to give away. So go buy a dozen donuts, use the code, get a free dozen donuts, and go drop it off at like a first responders place, or drop it off at a hospital ER. Just say, "Hey, free donuts, here you go." Just do it. And then you got donuts, you can take them to work, you can be the office hero of the day or whatever. And then you go hand out some donuts to Joe and his friends. If you're a soccer fan, you are mightily familiar with the name Cristiano Ronaldo. He says he's going to finally hang up his cleats after this year's World Cup. It's going to be his final role. Cristiano Ronaldo, a legend in the soccer universe, football universe. Mentioned that stupid 6-7 shit earlier, right? That the kids just all wank off on in their hoodies and their weird smells. Domino's is embracing the whole 6-7 bullshit by offering a large one-topping pizza for, you guessed it, $6.70. $6.70. 6-7, bruh. Hey, bruh. It's just dumb. It's 5 after 8. Let's keep rolling. Let's talk about getting a better night's sleep. It's important. Stop tossing and turning and get some real satisfying, outlook-lifting, heart attack busting. I keep thinking somebody's coming in here. Stop feeling lousy all day kind of rest. That's what we're talking about. So here's some tips. Okay, number 1, read. Late night reading can help you nod off. Not on your phone, a physical fucking book. Fall asleep with it on your nose. Avoid the screens. The light can suppress your natural sleep hormones, according to the proceedings of the National Academy of Science, as we know. Right? That blue light, that nighttime phone light, bad idea. Read a book, read a Monday, Friday book. You will be the first to respond. Power rings. That's what my cop buddies call them. So read. Boring is better. Okay, there's tip number 1. Number 2, little science. Try some magnesium supplements. How magnesium supplements can increase the quality and duration of your sleep. Obviously, take only recommended doses according to a report in the Journal of Research of Medical Sciences, and consult your doctor before, changing anything. Put that out there in the universe. Thanks, Hallie. Hallie Bananas. It would be kind of awesome if her name was Hallie Bananas on the cup. Like, literally, that's her. She said, call me, I'm going to insure you. Hallie Bananas. Bananas. Holla back, girl. So try magnesium supplements. Also, leave the dogs out of it. Having the doggo in your bedroom on the floor, not licking your face, does not disrupt your shut-eye. Your hounds, your cats, get up in the middle of the night. Maybe you need to kick them out of the bedroom. If they're waking you up in the middle of the night, needing to lick your face or whatever, or fart in your face, whatever it is. That said, for some of us, I'm sure Alicia can attest to this as well, having the pets in the bed gives us more of a sense of calm and comfort and security that helps us sleep deeper. I'm a big fan of it. I got the cat curled up on me. I'm out. Peace. Good luck waking me up. And you got to come through bruh first. He's going to claw your eyes out. Magnesium could be dangerous. When you were little, it killed your cat. Oh, they got into some magnesium? That's terrible. Aw. Wake and bake. Okay, not what you're thinking. But exposure to daylight gives you better sleep than exposure to, studio lights all day or fluorescence. So if you can work in daylight, in actual sunlight, open window, whatever, patio, do it, okay? The natural daylight during the day will help you sleep. Yeah. Like the rooster dog, Troy. Let's go, Pop. Make a to-do-it later list. The Journal of Experimental Psychology reports that those who set tomorrow's tasks to paper, and we've talked about this before just to make your day go better, pre-bed to-do lists. This is going to earn you longer slumber, though, because you've listed out tomorrow's accomplishments. It's not going to be spinning in your mind trying to retain. I wrote that shit down. Shush, head, and then you can go to sleep. I need that. Silence the voices. The more specific the list, the faster the sleep sets in, but, you do you. And just drink up. Okay, a small study in older adults with insomnia published in the American Journal of Therapeutics found that average sleep time among participants rose by 84 minutes on days they drank 16 ounces of tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice, apparently, not just helps with gout issues, but also sleep issues. So look into it. Drink up some tart cherry juice. You might want some Tums, though, because them shits give you heartburn. The Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine says, don't be fooled. Decaf still contains some caffeine. Don't trust the decaf. Sub in a mug of chamomile or chamomile, if you're Justin Timberlake, to put a lid on caffeine-related tossing and turning. Same goes for your sodas. Avoid caffeine by 4 o'clock p.m. latest. Avoid caffeine after that. If you're I want a cup of coffee with dinner. Why? Don't do that. Make your coffee morning coffee, okay? Unless the evening is your morning. For sure, Dennis. Yeah. You get pasty. Pasty. And last but not least, stop the leak. Okay? The Cleveland Clinic found the way to stem 2 a.m. toilet trips. You got to get up in the middle of the night to pee. If this is your thing, middle of the night. Damn it, tiny bladder. Why are you waking me? Skipping late night liquids tip number 1. And try compression socks. Just saying. Skip the late night liquid, so don't drink a whole bunch of water, whatever, before you go to bed. And try wearing compression socks. The socks prevent the fluid accumulation in your legs that can actually give you the urge to pee. So, little pro tip. Earl Grey, hot. All right, the next list I have is kind of, don't take any of these personally if you find that these are not in your library. But, you know, we send our kids to school. They learn the 4 R's, a couple X's, maybe some Z's, the reading, writing, arithmetic, right? All the math, all the readings, the basics that we expect. But other things, common sense prevails things, life skills that they need to know, not necessarily learned in school. And we've seen it as generations have come up, as we have come into our adult status with a more digital era and a more hands-free era and less tangible, I can fix this myself kind of era. Our DIY is going downhill. So, some essential life skills that kids need to master by the age of 10. You should have these in your book, okay? This is a list that's been culled from child development experts, career planners, business leaders. Here's where to start to ensure your kids are ready for whatever, whenever, like Shakira, that the world will throw at them, okay? It's also a nice way to name a list of shit you should have already figured out at this point in your life. So here we go. Number 1, you can use a map and compass. Kid needs to be able to understand the compass directions, the cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, side. Needs to understand that. And how to use a compass. You hold a compass and you don't put it close to magnets. And you look at it and north is this way. Oh, well, look, I'm going south. Some bitch. And how to use a map. Minor cartography skills, okay? Number 2, they can carry a conversation. Got to be able to handle basic small talk. Oh, yeah. You bet. Yes, sir. Tell me more. Okay. Thank you. Handle a conversation. Just to carry a basic conversation. Alicia, absolutely. Oh, man, okay, a while back, we got a new comforter, but we just hadn't put it on the bed yet. I hadn't committed to the new comforter style. We did last night. It's a little weighty, too. I like it. The kiddies, immediately. I'm on it. I got this morning, got ready, came out of the shower, and came back into the bedroom, and Velvet, my big chonky boy, was just gnarled up right in Carrie's crutch. Just like half on her ass, half on her leg. He was happy. Happy boy. Carry a conversation. Number 3, they should have a solid handshake. You should understand how to shake a hand, do it the right way. Good handshake, okay? This is an important one. They know how to be alone. Kids know how to handle being alone and not exploding, right? How to handle being alone. How to swim. This is an important skill. How to swim. Kids need to learn how to swim by the time they're 10. Here's something that hopefully most of us have applied in our life to this point, or at least by the age of 10. How to care for another living thing, whether it be a pet turtle, a hamster, gerbil, goldfish, baby sister, invalid grandmother, whatever it is. By age 10, a kid needs to know how to care for another living thing. A quick slap to the back of the head. Yeah, the old Gibbs check. God, I love the Gibbs check. They can sort through online facts, meaning that your kid can tell basic fact from fiction when it comes to researching something on the internet. And I think that's important. That definitely is something that needs guidance and needs conservatorship as you go into it, right? You don't just want to send your kid out there on the Wild Wild West show and let them decipher it for themselves. Guide them as to what is fact and what is fake when it comes to the interwebs. But there's a lot of bullshit out there. So, help them sort through it. They can make change. This is a common soft skill that is definitely overlapped. I'm not even a math guy, but I've always been able to make change. You can make change pretty easy. And here's my thing. And I'm not a coin purse carrying, like holding up the line at Aldi kind of guy. But if something, I carry a little bit of cash, sometimes you pay cash because you're saving a credit card fee. And like, fuck that. I'm not going to give you 7% on top of this for your convenience fee. It's $20.83. All right. I'm going to give you 21. You give me 17 cents back. Right? Done. Easy enough. What if it's what would be a good example? I don't know. Something that's going to cause them to count a lot of change, and you give them the 20 and the 47. So it's like it's 1847. Well, I don't want a bunch of change in my pocket. Here you go. Here's 2047. Sometimes that blows their fucking mind. I already punched in 20, and now I don't know math. It's $2. It's $2 back. I gave you exact change plus 2. That's how it works out. That's easy math. Teach your children how to make change. Teach them how to do it. Play with the plastic fucking coins. Sit there and play banker. Do that shit. It's easy. I think so, Dennis. Quite possibly. Like, taken out of circulation. They know how to save. And this is another thing that we don't teach very well. And none of us do. But how to save their money. My son has probably more money than me right now because he never buys anything. Dude has like 4 hoodies, 2 pair of underwear, 2 pair of socks, and some decent shoes. He's good to go if he dresses like Donald Duck. How to chill out, how to relax, how to take a break. Literally, how to just press pause. Teach your kids how to press pause. Sometimes we power through, and they want to do so much. I want to be in this sport. I want to do this band. I want to go, this summer camp. I want to do la, 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 la. Take a time out. Chill out. Kids by the age of 10 should be able to clean their room. They should be able to remove trash, wipe things down, dust things, make their bed, assemble their dirty laundry into a uniform pile or perhaps a hamper, and live in their room without it smelling like a Holocaust in there. It's terrible. Nerdy, dirty boys. Anyway, they should know how to clean their room. They should know how to write a letter and an email. You should teach both. And hopefully your email formats follow a letter format to a certain degree when it makes sense. Good morning, Bethy. Miss you too. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. Appreciate Jake. Tell Jake we said hi. Jake the Mighty. But I'm glad you're here, Bethy. We're talking about things your kids should learn by the time they're 10 years old, right? And we should know these as well. How to write a letter. How to write an email. How to address an envelope. Proper table manners. Proper table manners. When my mom was little, my grandpa was pretty strict at the table. And like if you had your elbows on the table when you were eating, he might pop your elbow off the table, My God. Anyway. So proper table manners, okay? Just common sense stuff here, kids, but that's important. Good manners overall, very important. Please and thank you. To be, polite, respecting their elders. All the kind of things that we think is maybe common sense to us and maybe not so common sense to us, depending on where we came up, what age you're at, all that kind of stuff. But general good manners overall. If we all practice that more often, man, there'd be a lot less bullshit going on. There'd be a lot less violence. There'd be a lot less, just bad vibing all over the place. So just practice good manners. Be polite. Golden rule shit. They can dress themselves. That's right. You can put your 10-year-old kid in the room and say, get ready to go. They come out. They don't look like crisscross with the jeans backwards and the hair all matted, underwear on the outside of the pants. Let's get it together. Your kids should be able to dress themselves by the time they're 10. This is an important one as well. By the age of 10, your kids need to know how to reach you. How to reach you. And not just dial mom in my phone. If their phone is missing, how do they get a hold of you? How can they reach you? What are the channels they can use to get a hold of their parent? Should there be an issue? Should there be a need? It's important. Make sure they know. Your kids need to be able to tell at least one good joke. Teach them a good joke, a good clean joke, dad joke or otherwise, but something that comes in handy, when they're stuck on the subway and this guy's threatening everybody. He goes, I swear to God, if somebody doesn't tell me a decent joke in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to blow this whole train up. Your kid could save the day. One good joke. Your kids need to understand how to react in case of an emergency. You know, we do these warm and fuzzies talking about good kids that do this, good kids that do that, saved the day, rescued somebody, pulled them out of a car, you know, saved somebody by waking them up, their house was on fire. These are kids who have been prepared as to how to react in case of an emergency. So, you know, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, 4-H, whatever aside, teach your children how to react in an emergency. Basic life skill number, 17 or so. How to cook an egg. Just a simple ass egg. How do you cook an egg? Worst case scenario, you're starving to death, you find an egg, you cook the egg, you eat the egg. You get protein, you get certain lipids and fats and things. Egg's a pretty good source. So teach your kid how to cook an egg without burning the house down. This kind of goes back to manners in my mind, but good hygiene. Good hygiene. It's important. Not only will it help keep your kids, skin in better shape as they hit puberty and get into the teenage years, but also they won't be the stinky kid in school. You remember that Big Daddy movie with Adam Sandler? I let him become the stinky kid in school. He's the stinky kid in school. Don't let your kid become the stinky kid in school, okay? Teach him Charlie Brown, not Pigpen. Maybe more Linus. So anyway, good hygiene. It's important. And how to ride a bike. That's an important life skill. Honestly, we don't bike ride. The kids, we didn't really ever bike ride. Living downtown, too many assholes, driving fast in the neighborhood, not a good spot to ride. I grew up riding a bike every day, all day, on gravel and everywhere. Everywhere. Rode my bike miles into town to my grandma's house and run around with my friends. That's all we did was ride the shit out of our bikes. Watching Gleaming the Cube and riding skateboards and bikes. But ride a bike, basic life skill. And last but not least, please make sure your kid has a robust imagination. Foster the creativity. Encourage imagination. Let them have invisible friends, like my sister's, Beggie Cans Posley. That was a guy's name. That was her invisible friend, Beggie. Beggie Cans Posley. Beggie was bald. He kind of looked like the black bald guy on Sesame Street, according to Jamie. All right, so there you go. Life skills your kid should know by the time you're 10. And if you guys don't know those, you better train your ass up. I'm just saying. All right, last but not least, justifying your bad habits. Yeah, ramps, and I was more of like just getting out, riding on the trails and the gravel and like fishtailing and doing a lot of that. Jumps and all that was fun. We weren't like a skate park riding BMX kids. We didn't do a lot of street. We were just out there Dukes of Hazzard and shit. Yeah, jumping over creek dams and stuff. It was good times. While bad habits are generally discouraged, there are instances where they can surprisingly work to your advantage. So, just a little, it's okay because. Procrastination? Ooh, is that really okay, Darren? Sometimes procrastination can lead to better decision making. When you delay a decision, you allow more time for reflection and gathering information, solidifying the choice that you may make. And as a result, you may make a more informed choice. So procrastination sometimes can work in your favor. We like to call that planning time. Not necessarily procrastination, but, sometimes you make a rash decision without procrastinating, without waiting a little bit. You might make the wrong one. Selective laziness. This is a term that I can get behind. Being selectively lazy means that you're focusing your energy on high-impact tasks while avoiding unnecessary busy work, okay? Maybe you're using a Kanban board and you're doing this today. This stuff over here is in the wings. I'm not fucking with it today. Selective laziness. I call it focus. But you're prioritizing what truly matters so you can achieve more with less effort. That's selective laziness. Now, we've been talking about a good night's sleep and how a good night's sleep is absolutely essential, right? But some people just thrive during late night hours. If you are most productive at night, then embrace it, okay? Make that your work time. Use those quiet hours to your advantage. 15, 16 years ago when Layla was little bitty and I worked from home for Chewbacca, that's what I did. I was a night owl. I'd stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning writing copy, doing the ad work and copy work and so forth that I needed to do. And then during the day, I was hanging out with Layla, being a dad, enjoying that. But that was my productive time. Now, granted, I wasn't getting up at the butt crack of dawn. Neither was Layla. Different world back then. But, so there you go. So that's a bad habit. Being a night owl, well, you can make it work to your advantage if that's when you get it done. And what about creativity? It's important, of course, to stay creative, but a lot of times creativity is kind of in flux with a messy workspace, right? A cluttered workspace. And honestly, I've got a stack of, if you guys saw everything over here, we got a stack of koozies, got the old Boil-O-Matic here handy. I got my cup with the kids on it. Of course, the multitude of cowbells, the dice. Don't forget this guy. The hand sanitizer and the Misty sprayer for screen cleanings. All the crap. Messy workplace. But I know where everything's at. It's organized chaos. A cluttered workspace may seem chaotic, but it can stimulate creativity. Messiness encourages us to think unconventionally and make connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. So there you go. Sometimes chaos is good. That's what I say when I look at my desk at the house. You used to do your best work at night. Now when you try that, yeah, that's it. Troy, I think it's an evolution of our physical and mental changes, right? I think this timing of taking over a morning show 6 years ago, that was good timing for me because I think my body was ready to shift. All right, and last but not least, overthinking. And a lot of us are guilty about this as a bad habit. You overanalyze, overthink it. And it can be detrimental, right? But sometimes it can lead to thorough problem solving. Just like procrastination earlier kind of opens the windows for us. Sometimes when you analyze situations deeply, aka overthink, you uncover hidden insights and maybe some potential solutions. So, balance it. Good, bad habits. But sometimes those bad ones turn out to be all right. All right. That's what we got. It is 8:26. It is warm and fuzzy time with our little cute alien with the kitty. I got greeted by 3 kitties this morning. They were happy to see me. Keeping the canned food inside the back porch, so it's nice and warm and pliable for them in the morning. There's nothing worse than trying to get a nearly frozen canned cat food out of the can. The vacuum is just terrible. There's no flex in there. And you thwonk. Cats can't eat that, man. You just gave them a terribly cold hockey puck. Nobody wants cold-ass cat food. So we keep it in the house so it's warm and pliable. And put it in a bowl and chop it up for them. And they're like, "Ooh, thanks, Daddy." Well, you're welcome, little babies. All right. It's warm and fuzzy time. Let us go. KLTV says a Texas woman named Nicole Eaton thought she'd lost everything in a house fire. And she'd lost a lot of stuff, including her wedding ring. She'd worn it for 22 years, had her wedding ring off when the house caught fire. Thought she'd lost it all. She miraculously, found her wedding ring sitting on the sink counter amidst the ashes. A metal detector crew actually helped to find it. They located the ring. She described the discovery as a, quote, God wink and a sign of hope for her family moving forward. And we wish them a recovery on that. I've never in my conscious memory been involved in a fire, like a bad fire, where you've lost your home or anything else. When I was little bitty, like 2, my mom and dad's place burned down. It was before my sister was born. But we lost, they were living in a trailer. We lost like most of my baby pictures, bunch of stuff. As a bummer. Of course, mom and dad recovered from that and moved on up the ladder, so to speak. But it's pretty devastating. I remember a friend in grade school whose house burned down. And, it's hard to fathom all your shit just being gone and you just happen to have what you had on that day. It's like when my sound trailer was robbed, I was like, I have nothing sound related anymore except for what I had in my truck that day, right? What I just happened to not put in my trailer. And it's gone forever. Can't get it back. Well, that sucks. Same thing with a fire, except there's no chance of recovery, right? So tough to deal with. Hey, number 2, Motor Biscuit, which is a website, I guess, says a Melvindale, Michigan police officer recently helped deliver a baby in the middle of a traffic stop. Corporal Mohammed Hasham assisted as the baby was born inside the car. He followed instructions from the dispatcher to ensure a safe delivery. The dispatcher and the police officer on site working together for a happy, healthy baby. And the baby girl named Galilea, very pretty name, is doing well. Motor Biscuit. Yeah, it is a good horse name. Yeah. What do you feed her? Oh, hay. We like to mix it in with a little V8. Get it? Motor Biscuit, V8. Meh? No? Terrible. All right. Last but not least, this woman in Virginia Beach. She recently won a $100,000 Powerball jackpot after a ticket mix-up. Here's the deal. Rebecca Chapman bought her usual tickets. Oh, she's a lottery player. Gotta play to win. She bought her usual tickets, or so she thought, but there was a mix-up. She got the wrong ticket. But that's okay. She matched four of the first five numbers and the Powerball number, which meant she scored $100,000. Holy crap, that's awesome. Good for you. Good for somebody screwing up. She's going to pay off some bills. She's going to save for the future. Good luck, Rebecca Chapman. Blessings abound upon you. I'd like to win $100,000. You guys want to win $100,000? We should. What's the Mega Millions? Isn't that the big one, or did somebody win that one? That one was getting close to $1 billion again, isn't it? Let's see. Mega Millions jackpot. Jackpot. Mega Millions jackpot grows to $900 million. When is the next drawing? Next estimated drawing. Oh, that was last night. Oh, anybody? Megamillions.com website is crashed. It's not coming up. Wow. Yeah, you can't go to Mega Millions website. What's up? Did somebody win last night? Well, shit, now it's a mystery. But it's like $5 a ticket. But maybe we should gang up and buy like $500 worth of tickets or something, and then we can all collectively lose $500. Hey, that's your Warm and Fuzzies. And that's going to be your show for this midweek. Happy mid-November. We'll be back on Friday, rocking and rolling. Hopefully somebody will win the Mega Millions and give us a bunch of it. That'd be nice. That'd be a treat. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Really, really, really do. I hope you have a good rest of your week, a productive rest of your week as we blow through it and gear up for the weekend. I will see you guys Friday morning. Be a nice human. Thanks for popping by.